My name is Shiv Andrews. I'm founder of VIHSION Digital, also a digital media artist and marketing coordinator at A44 Games. My story really starts from when I was a kid and kind of just how my artistry started. Ever since I was a little kid, I can remember loving art in general and drawing. In schools, I would take whichever art classes and ICT classes and digital media classes I could. I actually self-taught myself video editing when I was 12, 13 years old. It was just something I randomly picked up, I guess. I just had a lot of spare time when I was a kid. Always grew up kind of being a bit of a tech geek a little bit. I loved video games since I was a kid. Um, and then just on our family computer, self-taught myself video editing using Windows Movie Maker, just doing kind of fan-made game trailers for Tomb Raider, and I'm a huge Lara Croft and Lady Gaga fan, so I was doing video edits and mashups of them together when I was just so young. And I genuinely enjoyed it, which is why I kind of kept that going. And all throughout high school, I found I enjoyed it, and I was just kind of had a natural knack and rhythm for it. I spent most of my life in up the North Island of New Zealand, and I was just when I was thinking about where to go for university, I wanted a new change. I wanted to go somewhere completely different. So I made the move and I went to Victoria University of Wellington, did a Bachelor of Design Innovation with a major in media design. I had a good range of papers that let you really just experiment with different there's creative coding and programming side of things. There'd be video, videography and post-production papers. And that was at uni was my first time dabbling in 3D modeling and animation and to more motion design. And basically just throughout the few years I was there, I did realize that my original passion, which was the video editing and the post-production, and the videography is what I just excelled at and what I naturally leaned towards. So finished my bachelor's there, and I did a Master of Fine Arts at Victoria as well. And actually that's when I had Raki as my supervisor, who some of you might remember, she was on IFX as well. And then I ended up finishing uni after a few years. And then I did some kind of freelancing after I graduated. That's when I first started working at Universal Music Group, UMG in Auckland. Different kind of Spotify ads for them and different kind of promo animations for different artists. It was really in 2020 when COVID hit and the world just basically stopped. I was like, all right, what do I actually want to be doing? I'd already kind of been in the process of securing trademarks and stuff, but that's when I officially had launched my company VIHSION, which is what I use for my digital media, freelancing. It's my digital media brand. I was able to find some new clients, and my biggest kind of client at that time was Antipodes Skincare. That was a really cool experience, just doing kind of global content and marketing for them and product launches and things like that. And it was just a cool place to be. Eventually I was doing my freelance thing, and then I got a message from Raki, my supervisor from uni days, and she was like, hey, there's this opportunity that could be something you really enjoy. And I was like, oh, okay. I was looking at the link and I was looking through, I was like, oh my god, okay, it's a video game company and they need marketing content. I was like, well, I get to do my video editing thing and it's in the realm of games, and it's just the perfect storm. And then sure enough, she introduced me to you, Audria, and we had a conversation. You interviewed me, it was so good, and you showed me the pitch deck for the game that we're working on. Then I got to start at A44 Games as video editor, and that was really exponential kind of growth, but also it was obviously still, we hadn't even announced the game yet, so it was kind of just me getting familiarized with the game. I hadn't even touched Unreal Engine before that, and it's just been kind of a crazy ride since the game's been announced. You've seen as well, been there in the trenches with me, literally, when I've been editing for key trailers, for our announcement trailers, our gameplay trailers, and other marketing beats that we've got in the works, and working with our publishers and other stakeholders and things. I still feel I'm so early in my career. There's so many more things I want to do, and kind of industries I want to dabble in and everything. But yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell, I guess. There's a couple things. I feel this one might be a little random, but also kind of makes sense. But I feel one of my biggest inspirations is definitely music. Going on long car rides and things with my family, traveling, just like I would listen to music and could literally, I would just visualize all these ideas and concepts for like videos and kind of like different graphics and kind of just cool little like concepts. It just drives a lot of kind of what I would do for my own kind of like personal passion projects and things, like just an aesthetics I like and styles and rhythms. And as you've seen as well, like with my video editing, it definitely informs a lot of just the general rhythm. Like I love editing to a beat, like whether it's like a game trailer or like a music video or anything. There's something about music and kind of just like rhythm that I feel like is symbiotic with good video editing. Like when to cut a beat and everything. And I remember like when I'd be editing those game trailers, you'd be in the office with me, like it's like, okay, cut, okay, Shiv, I'm gonna come dance. See if it's on beat. And we were like in sync. Like you like fully got it and like you saw what I was like trying to do and everything, which I appreciated so much. And the second big thing that I am inspired by is other artists. And definitely I feel like that's one of the things about social media that's actually been really cool. It's just the amount of access we have now to like seeing other people, other creators and other artists, and whether it's 3D like renders and art, like animation and everything, and or like music videos. And sometimes it's easy, like everyone has kind of like their creative block or writer's block or whatever you want to call it. Just seeing them create and their passion kind of like gives you that, kind of makes you remember, it's like a good reminder of why you should keep on creating. Like it's a muscle you definitely have to keep working, because I feel like I do believe in like if you don't use it, you lose it. You know, getting to edit the interviews for IFX and seeing them talk about what they love and everything, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I get it, I see you. What I would tell my younger self, first and foremost, is to have more faith in and confidence in yourself and your abilities. And like deep down, you know what you're good at, you know how hard you've worked, you've got the passion and the hard work ethic and everything. There's gonna be plenty of people already in the world that will like doubt or like second guess you and the work you do, but you shouldn't be the first person to doubt yourself, because there's already a good line of people who would be doing that for you. So I'm telling my younger self, but also going to remind my current self of that as well. And the second thing I would say is obviously and this is why I love InclusionFX, we get to talk about these things. And being Indian and gay, there will be people both outside and inside these communities that might cast you away or disappoint you, but you shouldn't allow that hurt or rejection like dim your shine or make you withdraw. There could be any amount of reasons why people do the things that they do. And a lot of times it probably has more to do with them than it does with ourselves. So we might as well continue forward with our heads held high and being like the best, like working to be the best possible versions of ourselves that we can be, and continuing to do what we love.